first video, we determined the byte offset was 524. We went through a couple of scripts. Let's just go back to those really briefly. So we had our fuzzing script that we used against the password field. And if you see here, our buffer has approximately 600 bytes or 600 random characters. So we tried that out against the password field, and we found out that at 524 bytes, the application will crash. That's important because that is where we're going to try to insert our own code. So let's go ahead and check for bad characters. We want to make sure that if we send any kind of any character to this application with our shellcode, so our shellcode might have some kind of character the application doesn't like, and the application won't run our code. So we need to check for that. And here, if you just go to bulbsecurity.com, this is manually checking for bad characters, so that's what we're going to do. So this is just hexadecimal representation of those characters. You want to copy up until this point, and the reason we're not copying that the X and the 000 is because that's a null byte, and that's like a well-known bad character. That's going to end a program before it begins, so we already know that that's a bad character. Alright, so we're going to take that and we're going to insert it into this script right here. Not bad skill. Bad chars. Alright, so I have inserted it right here. We created a connection, we defined the bad characters in hexadecimal. Down here, the buffer was given that 524, which was our offset. B, there's 4 bytes here, and the reason that's 4 Bs is because it's needed for memory addressing, because I was kind of wondering that myself, why isn't it, times 8 Bs or bytes, or why is it 4? And it has to do with memory addressing, so that is like predefined as far as I know, unless somebody wants to correct me. And then here's our bad characters. So we created the room for the buffer above. We're just checking for the bad characters. We're listening back on our local host because our application is running on this port. It's going to print out that it overflowed if it didn't like one of the characters. Otherwise, it's just going to say it couldn't connect. So let's run that script together. We're just going to type Python bad. Should get need to name my files better because I obviously can't find them very well. Okay. So sending malicious. So we had the last statement, which is basically that we didn't have any issues. So there aren't any other bad characters. There's nothing to worry about there. Okay, so I have the Brainpan executable open in Ali debug, and I just literally, instead of attaching any kind of process, I just opened up the executable in the debugger, just to clarify that. So over here, what we're going to do is we are going to look at our extended stack pointer, and we're going to right-click and say follow and dump. And down here, you're going to see all the ASCII text and everything like that. I don't know who thought to ever. Here's an appearance. Look, it's like I don't even wear glasses, and now I feel like I need them. But anyways, it took me a second, but I was able to find my first jump ESP. And actually, if you want, just scroll through. I did try to do, maybe there's an easier way. Right click, you can do search for all commands or binary string. No, let's do all commands, and we should be able to find it this way. Unrecognized command. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know why I'm putting an underscore. There we go. Alright, finally, we found the number we were looking for. Okay, we have our jump ESP address. It's been converted to Little Indian, and we're going to edit our basic fuzzing script that we used in the beginning of the lesson. And then we're going to pick up tomorrow where we left off.